All right, well, I'm back. We'll see if anyone finds me. All right, people. Let's see. Let's see if anyone can find me on this stream. I'll wait a little bit to see if anybody jumps on. And if not, hey, is there sound? Can you hear me? Okay. I don't know what keeps happening. So annoying. Sorry. All right, let's go a little longer. Let's go more. Let's do a little more. I plugged everything in and out. Alex DF, I've committed to the club. I put my money where your mouth is. I look forward to what comes next from this channel and from your Substack. Thank you. Let me go and get a little food. Come back in, ask some questions. I'll come back and answer, and I'll give you updates on where we are. Let me just do before I walk out. Let me do this. So here is the 89% chance of victory for Trump right now. Electoral College estimate: Trump 299, Harris 239. Let's see. Nate Cohn, who works in the New York Times, says there's still a lot of vote left in Milwaukee, Detroit, and Philadelphia, but for Harris to win, she would need to outperform Biden's numbers there in 2020. And so far, she's underperforming Biden's results just about everywhere in the country. Yeah. It's by the way, it's a lot fewer people. Hey, Dark Rider 1768 says you need a better mic, dude. I need your donations to pay for a better mic. Riley Coyote, my super chat won't go through. It's okay, Riley. Just ask your question and I'll answer it in there. Corey Ritter, thank you for all your coverage. Sounds good. I'm trying. El Hombre de Oro, being a Trump supporter, I don't always agree with you, but I like you. Okay, good. I'll take that. Vimy says your mic is perfect and it sounds amazing. Riley Coyote, I disagree that this is who America is. People are misled, and manipulators and disinformation artists have worked very hard on their craft. I still believe if many knew the truth, it would be different. Maybe, but people don't pay a lot of attention. They just don't. Yeah. So yeah. Miss the AirPods, need the sexy. That is not a thing, Blake. Come on. All right, I'm gonna go get something to eat and I'll be right back. Okay, hang on. If you got questions, put them in the question thing. And by the way, yes, I am wearing pants for people who are wondering. Right. All right, quick update. It's about 600 degrees in my office. Just in case you were wondering. Got a bagel. Jordan 525, what do you think of Lichtman's keys? Will they hold up? They're not holding up currently. So we'll see. They call me Blake. This is who America is. The majority are voting for who we are. Yeah, I mean, it looks like polls underestimated Trump again. I don't know how else to. How are we supposed to conclude anything but that? Hold on, I'm making sure. I'm keeping C-SPAN on in the background. This is a cinnamon raisin bagel. Oh, this is a blueberry bagel. It's not very good. It's like 3 days old. C-SPAN right now has it 230, 192 Trump. They're taking calls. Jean-Luc Provenance. Do you think Josh Shapiro as Kamala's VP would be a great difference tonight? Probably not. I mean, like maybe marginally, but like I don't think hugely. No, I mean, could he help her a little bit in Pennsylvania? Maybe, but if she loses Pennsylvania by 3 or 4, then he wasn't going to do it. Joseph Frushi, the Dems need to rethink how they appeal to voters. The era of war to end if they wanna be a viable party. I sort of agree with that. Yeah. Justin Palmer, no cream cheese for the bagel, no, and it's kinda stale. Not my best decision. Vimy, how should we factor in the betting markets Vegas probably market next time around, especially compared to the polls? They seem to have nailed it across the board compared to traditional polls. Yeah. Well, that and remember that, um, political betting is now legal. So, there's gonna be more and more and more of it. Um, Eddie Rojas, is it Jover? Um, no, I don't think it's Jover yet, but it's getting there. Yes, I'm turning the mic to me. Man, there's a lot of people who have audio thoughts. Um, Eric Imley, do you have any update on the gender gap? So the last time I looked, it Harris was winning women more than Trump by more than Trump was winning men. All right, here's from NBC. Gender. Trump plus 10. No, it's evened out. Trump plus 10 among men, Harris plus 10 among women. Women 53% of the electorate, men 47%. So that's where that is. Um, let's see. Louis DeSimone, why is New Jersey so close? Yeah, 51-47. That is pretty close. Good call. Um, let's see, New York. New York 56-44. Now, that's a significant improvement by Trump, by the way. He only is losing by 12. He lost by 22 last time. So yeah. Uh, Adam Portman says you spelled live stream wrong in the title. Dude, I was typing fast because the friggin' live stream crashed. Um, NYC 88 mashups and beats. Can we still win blue? Yes. But you have to win Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. And that's hard. Uh, Tina Yagadich. Do you think the Haitians will get sent back even though they're here legally? I don't think so. They call me Blake. When you're on TV, do you have a pro to your makeup? Chris Wallace is on TV now, and it looks like a mortician in his makeup. Yes. When you're on, not MSNBC, but CNN for sure, you have that. Clay S says, "Don't eat and talk." Good call. Sorry. CBS 2020 was Biden 306, Trump was 232. Are we seeing that again? We're not seeing it for Biden, but yeah, could see 306 and 32. Captain Planet, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan easy for Kamala. No, they're in fact not easy for Kamala. Not right now. Um, does the failure of the previous stream mean that Chris has a fake internet connection? Great, great point. I don't know what the hell is going on with the internet. Um, CL opinions are not facts. Why did Trump's shockingly bad pandemic response not impact his chances of a second term in 2024? People have short memories and they didn't want to think about COVID, would be my guess. Um, UAL 320. Chris, the big story, excuse me, the big story to me is not Trump winning, it's House plus Senate plus White House all going R. Do you think legislation could actually get passed for once? I don't know if the House will go R. It probably will if Trump wins and they win the Senate, but um, yes, there will be definitely some legislation moving. Ben Larkins, Chris, if the New York Times prediction holds up and Trump wins, do you think the Dems would need to copy the playbook from the Tory party in the UK and move more toward the center left? I think there will be some argument of that, no question. No question. Yes. Um, the goat take. Do you think there could be pushback on top Democrats in the wake of a loss for the handling of Joe Biden in age and not calling for him to drop out sooner? Probably yes. Yeah. They call me Blake. CNN's panel is morose. That's a great word, morose. Um, see, just scrolling. Tanner Wilson, even with primaries, they had got to be a way to go from start to finish in about 6 months. Also, national referendums need to be an option. We're one of the only democracies without this option. Good call. Um, Jack Balthazar, besides your stream, I've been watching NBC. I give them a solid 8 out of 10 for coverage. Is there a look back on coverage? I was looking for something fairly neutral, which draws me to you too. Good, Jack. That makes me happy. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be as neutral as I possibly can. Like, I'm just trying to be honest about what I see um, out there. And um, yeah, uh, right now, candidly, it looks really good for. Sorry, I'm eating. It looks really good for Donald Trump. Um, yeah, it's not really moving. He's at 51-48 in Wisconsin with 71% in. He's at 51-48 in Pennsylvania with 82% in. He's up 51-47 in Michigan with 42% in. He's up 49.8 to 49.4 in Arizona. Nevada, there's still no vote counted. Thanks, Nevada. Um, Tanner Wilson, which networks have had the best and worst coverage tonight? Honestly, I haven't watched a lot. I've watched News Nation some because I go on there sometimes. Um, uh, but I haven't watched it all that much. Uh, Connor Jordan, a shift right for Dems. I mean, we'll see. I mean, there'll be some resistance to that, obviously, from the base of the Democratic Party. But yeah, there certainly could be. That would be my reaction to sort of what I'm seeing here. Looks like Ted Cruz is going to win pretty easy, 54-44. Not even close. This is a good election for Republicans, by the way. I mean, there's just no way to conclude anything other than that. And I'm looking at um, Senate races. Yeah, I mean, it's Sherilyn Tam Baldwin in Wisconsin. Rogers is up 3 on Alyssa Slotkin in Michigan. McCormick's up 2 against Bob Casey in Pennsylvania. I mean, it could be. This is a very good night, at least at this point, for Republicans. Blacklight 492. What do you do outside of YouTube? So most of the time, I do a Substack. Cillizza.substack.com. Cillizza, Cillizza. Um, uh, so I do that. I write there all the time. You can check it out. Um, so mostly that. I'm doing a show on Monumental Sports Network, which is a station here in DC on sports and politics, which is awesome. So a little this, little that, some paid speaking gigs, whatever I can. Um, Max Seaborn said I should be asleep at 6 a.m. in Germany. Max, you should be asleep. Absolutely. Um, Carolee Anley. Well, I guess this is who we are. Yeah, I think it is. Tiffany Calderon. Was this similar to 2020 at this time? I don't think it was this bad, honestly, for Democrats. It I think there were times early in the night where it wasn't great, but by this point, I think it had started to turn. Um, Riley Coyote. Cruz kept a seat here in Texas. Honestly, I didn't expect him to lose. I feel Allred lacked Beto's energy despite being genuinely better on message. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, it looks like Cruz is going to win by 10, which is significant. Maxwell Feiner. If Trump wins, will JD Vance be the 28 nominee? He'll be a front runner for it for sure. Sock Taters. Glad everyone is being respectful in the chat. Looks like Lichtman's chat is getting brigaded by 4chan or something. Tons of anti-Semitic comments. Well, that's not great. I mean, I like Alan. I just think that and he gets a ton of great press off of that thing, but it's just he's just a guy, one of many, like me. I mean, we're fallible. Um, let's see. Vimy, thank you for the donation. Who is the next female presidential candidate that you think will run in which party? Definitely Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan, will run in 2028, assuming Harris doesn't win. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, potentially, the governor of Arkansas, could run on the Republican side. Liz Cheney could run as an independent, I guess. Yeah, but that's a good question. Jack Baltazar says Nikki Haley. She could run again, but again, this is a Trump party. Stephen Bailey, life goes on. Things won't be as bad as the partisans claim. Maybe business will even be better. One hopes. Roman Villapando. So what happens to Trump's 34 felony counts? I just don't. I don't see him getting sentenced. Amy Nord says Amy Klobuchar. Yes. Tiffany Calderon. I feel so heartbroken. I understand. Tom, tough one to explain to my daughter. Sad that Gavin Newsom is the hindsight candidate. Yeah, although you know what, if Harris loses, Newsom could run. I mean, I don't think it's out of the question that he runs. Vimo Minan. Vimo asks, and Vimo, thank you so much for the donation. If this man, a divisive figure known for inflammatory rhetoric and prejudice, can be elected to power twice, what does it reveal about the nation's character and the values of its people? Well said. Well said. Yep. I don't, Vimo, I don't have a great answer for that. Hold on. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything big. Let's see. I don't think I am. Let's just check the needle, the New York Times needle again. Yeah, 90% chance of a Trump victory right now. They have Georgia as more than a 95% chance Republicans win. Arizona has an 80% chance. Pennsylvania has a 74% chance. Wisconsin 70%. Michigan 68%. So yeah. Uh, Let me see if I'm missing anything. Um, yes, I know people. My mic is not great. Yes, if you want to donate to get me a new mic, do it. I'm more than happy to have it. Um, let's see. HWCWTD. It's not over. Lots of votes left in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. Absolutely, I agree. Um, Casey Side King says Casey's losing in Pennsylvania. Yeah, all three Democratic Senate candidates in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania are currently losing. The Dork Knight 23. I'm gonna laugh if Trump wins and gets impeached again, making him the only president to be impeached not once but three times. Yes, yeah, that would be amazing. A record no one else will break. Rahul Agarwal. Isn't it time to find a new job? Why? Um, Super Westman. You should have a new mic fundraiser live stream. I need that. Um, Dina, yeah. Do you think Biden is sorry he stepped down? Mm, I don't think he really had an option, to be honest. I think he was kind of pushed. Um, so yes, it is a bagel that I'm eating. Uh, it's not very good. It's a blueberry bagel from Panera. But yeah, Biden probably regrets it, but he wouldn't have won. Um, Harsh paid. Harsh, thanks for donation. If Trump wins, he won the ultimate war against Democrats. Trumpism will be the new opponent for the next few elections. Fair enough. Um, Rahul Agrawal, I'm very disappointed. All these channels said Kamala has a winning message. Look, dude, I talked about both of them a lot. And I said there's ways Trump can win and ways Harris can win. Uh, I tried to be as honest as I can. Vimo Manan said, sorry, I was literally asking you, what does it say about the country? So, what does Trump winning say about the country? It says that people think politics is broken. Um, they don't trust any politicians. They would rather a guy who they know lies as opposed to a someone who doesn't say that they lie. Like they think all politicians lie all the time. Um, they uh, they are okay with his willingness to play on racist and misogynist stereotypes because they think he, despite all that stuff, will be better for them on the economy. Um, I think that's what it says. Chris, favorite pizza, Blacklight 492. Easy, pepperoni. I know that's basic. Um, Booker T. Adams. Will Kamala Harris lose Pennsylvania and Michigan? She might. Yeah, she might. I mean, I don't know, but she's losing them currently. Um, Anish Rathi checking in. What is the way for Harris to win at this point in time? It's simple. She has to win Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. That's it. Alan Daly. Alan, thank you for the donation. He says, for the Mike fundraiser. So sad looking across the Pacific might save us paying $330 billion for a useless submarine. Fair enough. Thank you for the donation, Alan. A says, I need a cigarette or two. Kevin O, if Trump wins the popular vote, where do Democrats go from here? Man, that to me, and right now the popular vote estimate is Trump plus one in the New York Times. I mean, that to me is really telling. Um, yeah. Uh, Alex Torres, I think it just shows what happens when you don't invest in schools and undervalue education. Look at that education gap in the votes. Sadness says she is 400,000 behind in Michigan. Yes. Uh, Apple cider vinegar. Thank you for the donation. How do you think the Democrats in the House and Senate will play the next 4 years if Trump wins in terms of bipartisanship, if any? I do not think there will be a lot of bipartisanship. Easy for me to say. Bipartisanship. George Simon. George, thank you for the donation. Really kind of you. Bradford Woodger, like, how is he winning the popular vote? So he's winning the popular vote because he's not losing as badly in traditional Democratic areas as you would think. It's only 52-47 in New Jersey, for example. He got 1.8 million votes in New Jersey. In New York, it's 56-44, but that's way better than it was in years past. It's 54-45 in Illinois. I mean, that's pretty good for Donald Trump. So like that's how he's going to do it. Um, Slippin' Jimmy, does Trump fire Jack Smith day one? Slippin' Jimmy, thank you so much for the donation. And yes, he absolutely 100% fires Jack Smith on day one. For people who have not liked the stream, like the stream while I eat some bagel. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, I'm back. Sadness, do you think Trump will leave after 4 years? Maybe I'm naive here, but yes, I do. It's hard to subvert the Constitution. Um, Andrew Gallons, longtime listener here. What happens to JD Vance's seat if he wins? Is someone appointed or is it an election? It's a special election that Mike DeWine, the sitting governor, will call. I would assume, I'm not totally sure because I haven't checked, but I would assume it would be an appointment and then a special election. That's usually how these things work. Bill Thames, Bill, thank you for the donation. I'm assuming that that was a donation um, for a my microphone. So thank you for that. Someone tells me they just called Georgia. Just checking. Let's see. Just checking. I don't see it on the Times board yet, but uh, think that I mean, it seems quite clear he's going to win Georgia. So if you have a link, put it in the chat. Kevin saying, Chris, you mentioned in an earlier vid that Kamala might regret not picking Shapiro. Do you still think that? Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what Tim Walz got her. Like, if she loses Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, what did Tim Walz do for her? I don't, I don't get it. I mean, maybe they don't do anything, uh, but VPs, but I don't know. Um, Let's see. Uh, Les, 28, is he going to win? Probably. Yeah. I mean, it's not certain, but he probably is. Jack Baltazar. Jack, thanks for the donation. Really kind. Buck Buckington, amazing name. Any reason to expect a shift in the morning? Probably not. Um, 84% in Pennsylvania, 51-48 Trump. 76% in Pennsylvania, 51-47 Trump. 47% in Michigan, 52-47 Trump. Um, 53% in Arizona, Trump's up zero point 0.4, 49.8 to 49.4. Nevada, still no votes. Uh, um, Rahul Gandhi, are mail-in votes open yet in Pennsylvania and Michigan? They can start opening them as of 7 o'clock this morning, so I'd assume they are by now. ASA Live. This is easily the most fun thing I've watched and engaged with during an election. Canada needs a Chris Cillizza. Okay. Slip and Jimmy. Chris, your ability to appear impartial is beyond impressive. I mean, I try to be impartial, generally speaking. By the way, we're over 1,200 people. This is amazing. Barrett Rubin. I wonder how many days until he gets impeached. LOL. Yeah. Um, Eric Wood, I do have to watch that movie again. It's been a while. What movie? Did I miss something? Uh, uh, Gabrielle Conde. This is starting to look real devastating. Yeah, I mean, look, if you are a Democrat, this does not look good. The Senate map doesn't look good, and the presidential map doesn't look good. It doesn't mean it's over, but it does not look good. Um, they call me Blake. I think we need to stop blaming other things for Trump's lead tonight. There needs to be an honest look inward at how far we are from the rest of the country. I agree with that. Um, Mike Smith call. Mike, thank you for the donation. I'm going to assume that's a donation to get me a better microphone because there's nothing. Chinsky 499. What do you think of Chase Oliver? I know Chase Oliver is running for president. Uh, I do as an independent. That's about everything I know. Share a link to your newsletter on Substack. Yeah, let me go here. Hold on. Let me, Chris, listen. Oh dear, did I type it wrong? Type my name wrong. Substack.com. Check that out. I just put it in the chat. So for people who are interested, all my content this week is free, by the way. I will, it's not all going to be free forever, but it is free. Czar's 323 salad. Can she still win in Pennsylvania? She can. Let me just look again. It's 51-48 with 84% in. Philly County, 77% in. It's not great. The math is going to be hard. Yang June. Will this be another 2020 where the N never existed? Well, look, they are not going to call the presidential race until they call Pennsylvania, right? Like Georgia, I've seen some people saying it's already been called. I don't see it called on New York Times, which I think uses AP, but I think he's going to win Georgia in the next, probably by the time I wake up in the morning. Pennsylvania is the big one, and they're not going to call it until they call Pennsylvania. Jameson Cox, I'm late to this. I was in the Bulwark feed trying to get it addressed. Remember, nothing lasts forever. Yes, you are right. Nothing lasts forever. It's a pendulum. Mitzilla Productions. I just tuned in. How are things going? I mean, pretty good. I'm having fun. So far so good. Chris Teasdale, so much for Alan Lichtman's 13 keys to the White House. Yeah, he got a lot of press for that, but yeah, it didn't work out all that well for him, or it looks like it won't. David Johnson, Chris, always been a big fan of yours, really enjoying the show. Thank you. That's so nice. Barrett Rubin, love your work, Chris. You're the best. Thanks for doing this stream. I'm happy to. I think I'm going to probably end it at 12:15. I'm going to end it. I'm going to write something for Substack, and I'm going to go to bed. Barrett Rubin, love your work, Chris. You're in the best. Thanks for doing the stream. I think I just read that. I'm really losing it. Eric Peterson, what do you think Carville is thinking right now? I don't know. I never like to get into Carville's mind. Decision Desk HQ is calling it for Trump, calling the whole election for Trump. Okay, let me look here. Let me just go to Decision Desk HQ. Just checking. Oh, this is their live stream. That doesn't do me any good. Decision Desk HQ. Nope, that's HW HQ. Interesting. It's 11:59 Eastern Time. Democrats have a 62% chance of controlling the House. That's interesting. Decision Desk HQ at 11:59 also projected that Republicans will control the Senate. Um, I don't see that they're calling the whole thing yet. I see no, I don't see that. Well, let me go to here. Hold on. Maybe I'm missing it. Um, they're calling tons of different races uh, all over the place. 62% chance to control the House. Harris likely to win Minnesota. No, I don't see it. By the way, Deb Fisher very likely to win in Nebraska. Um, Michael Durheimer. Michael, thank you for the donation. It's going to a new microphone. This year, it seemed like you weren't impressed by the efforts of the Never Trump crowd. Do you think her embrace of that movement caused this result? I just look. I just think the Never Trump crowd is like a. They're really big on uh, social media, and the Lincoln Project makes a bunch of money for itself. But I don't think their tactics work. I think I just don't. I don't buy it. You know. Uh, yeah. Um, Dak 10012. A Dem house would be the last guardrail. Yeah, I mean, I think that may be the Democrats' thing that they latch onto because they may not have much else. Um, Vivek SG. Do you see Kamala winning without Pennsylvania? No. If Trump wins Pennsylvania, it's over. Literally, he'll have 270. If he wins Georgia and North Carolina, he's already won North Carolina. He's probably going to win Georgia. If he wins both of those and Pennsylvania, it's over. He's won. Stephen Codecraft. I thought Trump's behavior would lead to him losing supporters, but he's doing so well. I'm confused at how his supporters are so loyal no matter what. What do you think? I think they just think that he's shaking up the system, and they hate the system, and they hate elites, and they hate coastal people, the people who laugh at them and say they're dumb and they're racist, and Trump is a vessel for that. Yeah. Andy King, how can you explain Trump's success in cutting down New York and deep blue states' primary vote margin? Yeah, I think that's a big story, Andy. I mean, let me just go again and look. Let me just look at the forecast. Um, yeah, they're saying Trump winning the popular vote by 1.1 points. I mean, that'd be remarkable. And I don't totally know how to explain it. Dak 1002, Biden dementia second term was a bad idea. Dax Jacobson, Ted Cruz just won. Yes, Ted Cruz won. James Bergen, 34 felonies. Think about it. I know, but people didn't care. Alicia Glauser, everyone hit the like button for Kristen's amazing reporting. Yes, please, please. George Elvis says Trump is incredible. David D, how much did she lose the Latino vote? How did she lose the Latino vote this much? I don't know, but that's one of the big stories, I think, of this election. By the way, I'm going to go to 12:15, 8 minutes more, if people are wondering. No, the odds for Trump just dipped to 85% from 88, so doubt they call it as of 12:05 a.m. Yeah. Yeah, let me just check. Yeah, so I see 90% overall for Trump to win in Georgia in particular. Uh, Georgia, 95% chance. Yeah, so I don't think they call it. Let's see what else. Biden should have bowed out. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. Husky Dog, I'm an immigrant scared for me and my family. I appreciate that sentiment for sure. Yogi Khan, it would be funny if Trump wins the popular vote and Harris wins the electoral college. That would be funny, but I don't think it's going to happen. Uh, let's see. When do you think they'll call Georgia? I would assume soon, honestly. Decision Desk HQ has already called it, and I think they'll call it soon. Richard King, greetings and salutations. Uh, Greetings, Richard. Emmanuel Nsaba. Nice job, Chris. I'm Team Trump, but I like your commentary. Good. I hope you like it. I appreciate it. Gillian McMurtry. Thanks for the live stream and analysis. No problem. Happy to do it. Gary Oldston. We still have a racist country. Gary, I get that. At the same time, is all the people who voted for Donald Trump racist? I don't see it. UAL 320. Look at the map. The few blue states on the coast is pathetic. Dems need to change that if they will ever have a chance. Fair point. Yogi Khan, is it still possible for an electoral college win? It's unlikely, but still possible. Yes, she needs to win Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan. I'm going to continue to say it because that's the only thing that really matters. She needs to win Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan. It's just as simple as that. Um, uh, Slip and Jimmy, Chris, I used to love your CNN articles. Me too. Carlos Martinez, the Senate is gone. Yes, it is probably gone. Justin Palmer, this is the best political YouTube channel. That makes me happy. Spread the word, people. James Bergen, too many low income workers voting against their best interests. Fair. Pennsylvania, Trump leading with huge margins. I'm not sure he's leading with huge margins. I'll double check. I think people tend to exaggerate here. So 85% of the vote in, Trump 51%, Harris 48%, which is not a huge margin, but he's ahead. Richard King, Chris is a good guy. One tries. Jordan Gurney, how's the math looking now for PA, Wisconsin, and Michigan? Unlikely, still hope. Unlikely, but there's still hope. I think that's what I would say. Trump with 85% in Pennsylvania, it's 51 Trump, 48 Harris. With 49% in Michigan, it's 52 Trump, 46 Harris. In Wisconsin, with 77% in, it's 51 Trump, 47 Harris. So she's behind in all of those places. Dak 10012, blue wall crumbling like 2016. It could well be. Timothy Donahue, will Kamala show up at inauguration day if she loses? I think she will. Gillian McMurtry said, hit the like button. Yes, I'm going to eat a little more bagel. Hit the like button. We only got 313 likes. Smash that like button. Um, okay. Okay, I'm back. Um, I don't like when people eat on the stream, Eric. I totally get that. Sorry. But I'm hungry. Um, Moondog, wild watching this from Australia. I can imagine. UAL 320. What are the best bagels in Georgetown? I like Call Your Mother. I like Bethesda bagels, and I really like Pearl bagels. None of those are in Georgetown. Timothy Donahue. Should I go to bed? Probably. Because Pennsylvania has started to go real slow. They still have not called Georgia. Yeah. Alex G says I call top bunk in the gulag. The 5K puff. Would a red House, Senate, and White House be really bad? I mean, you would just have Trump's policies would be happening. Um, uh, Cole, immigration, trans issues, and the economy hurt Harris. I agree. They call me Blake. Was there a West End DC before? I thought that was just Foggy Bottom. Yes, it is Foggy Bottom. I still call it that. Um, uh, Thomas Keene, 240 years of the great American melting pot destroyed in a day. I'm not sure it was destroyed, and I'm not sure it was in a day. Calvin Page, Chris, I'm on vacation in Costa Rica. Should I just stay here? Costa Rica is lovely. Michael Durheimer, eat up, Chris. We need you strong for the next 4 years. Thanks. Music creation. I really thought women would be enough to save us. I was wrong. Dak says it won't be called until tomorrow. I think that's right. Andrew Roberts says people need to eat. I do. I need to eat. James Bergen, will Trump give Putin Ukraine? I don't know that. Music creation. Tomorrow morning's headline: Trump wins. I think that's right. Augustine Alcina, we need Trump. Trump. The world needs Trump. Well, I think the world might get Trump. Let's see if there's anything else. I think I'm going to call it a night because I'm kind of tired. So here's what I'd say, people. Trump very likely at this point, I think. Georgia, if I had to guess, will be the next domino to fall, and it will fall toward Trump. Pennsylvania is she has to have Pennsylvania. There's just no other way to put it. She is behind 51-48 with 85% of the vote in. That may slow overnight, so we may not get a call in Pennsylvania till tomorrow at the earliest. In which case, um, they won't call the election, obviously. Michigan and Wisconsin don't look great for her, but still enough of the vote out there that maybe it comes through. So, I guess I'd say the same thing with Pennsylvania. Arizona, really, really close. He's ahead, but by a tiny bit. Nevada, we still have no votes. Come on, Nevada, what are you doing? So, Republicans are going to control the Senate. Um, House Decision Desk HQ says Democrats are more likely to win the House, so I don't think we'll know that anytime soon. When you talk about the Senate, Ohio's already over. That's a pickup for Republicans, as is West Virginia. Montana probably will be the next one to fall. I'm just looking at Montana. Well, so little of the votes in, 15% of the votes in. That's not great. In Wisconsin, in the Senate, the Republican Eric Hovde is +2 over Tammy Baldwin, the Democratic incumbent, with 78% in. In Michigan, with 48% in, Mike Rogers is ahead by 5 points over the Democrat Alyssa Slotkin. And in Pennsylvania, Dave McCormick is ahead 49.3 to 48.1 over um, Bob Casey, the incumbent. So, in Arizona, Gallego's ahead by 6 over Kerry Lake with 50% in. Nevada, we don't have any votes. So, Texas and Florida did not come home for uh, Democrats, and neither did Nebraska. So that's where we are, and where I think we're going. I really appreciate you guys. Look, a couple things. One, I'm going to keep doing this. I think it's critically important in the lead up to the election. I think it's really important during the election, and I think it's really important after the election. So I'm here, and I'm going to keep doing this. I need you to subscribe to this channel. I need you to support me. I need you to spread the word. I need you to like this video. I need you to tell people about this channel. I'm going to keep doing live streams as we go along. Um, uh, if you have not checked out my Substack, it's chriscillizza.substack.com. I'm going to write over there right now. Um, it's every day. You can get a bunch of the content for free. A little bit of it costs money. It's $6 a month, $60 a year. It's not a ton. Thank you all for your support. I will be back tomorrow bright and early. I will be making videos, and I will be trying to do some more live streams when I can fit it in. Okay. Hope everybody takes care. 12:15 on the East Coast. I'm going to write something for Substack, and then I'm going to check out for the night. All right, everybody. Take care. Big takeaways. Republicans take the Senate. The only issue now, I think, is how many seats they win. They could have as many as 56 if Arizona and Nevada, as well as Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania fall. They'll have at least 51 because of Ohio and West Virginia, probably 52 with Montana. House up for grabs, Democrats with a little advantage, and you'd much rather be Donald Trump than you would be Kamala Harris right now. All right, everybody, take care.